Alright, we're back. Let's get the whatever heart-to-hearts we can first, and then we'll continue the plot.
Whoa! Friend, no?
You first, Lau.
I guess this ain't so bad.
Well, if it isn't Isaac. The view of the new LA from here is incredible. Humanity's newest city. It's a lot to soak in. Isn't it impressive? Or perhaps it's just a testament to humanity's greed. After the white whale fell to pieces from the sky, we used Mirren materials to build this city. Even a world away, human behavior never changes. We take what we need from the world around us. Damn the consequences. I mean, look at us. We land on a pristine planet, and what's the first thing we do? Claim it, colonize it, and start eliminating the local wildlife. Look, don't get me wrong, I get why some of these things are necessary. Most of the indigents would kill us in a heartbeat, plus we have the ganglion to deal with. And yet, I sometimes wonder if we should have just stayed with Earth to the bitter end. Sorry, getting a little morose there. Let's change the subject. Heard any good scuttlebutt from Elmo or Van Damme lately? Huh, so that's why Tatsu wasn't eaten by the prone? Seriously? I feel bad for the little spud, but man, that is classic. He ate so much crayon jelly he got it all over himself, then slipped out of those prone hands like a wet bar of soap. Talk about dumb luck, yeesh. And to think, if he hadn't crammed his face full of crayon jelly, he'd never have met you and Lynn. Ah, good times. But as amusing a story as that was, it wasn't exactly what I had in mind. So if you hear anything else juicy, let me know, yeah? Now, I'm not talking about crayon jelly juice. Sometimes you gotta play the angles to be an effective blade, you know? Help each other out. Anyway, I better get back to work. Catch you later. The winds of change. Should be the last one of his.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, you showed up just at the right time. I've got something to ask you. Do you know about the coalition forces that preceded Blade? I hear each nation contributed their own hand-picked soldiers to form their ranks. You were in the military as well, I take it. Memory loss. Right, I see. Well, considering your sterling record at Blade, I think it's safe to say in all likelihood you saw some active duty. Anyway, back on Earth I got scouted for the Coalition Force's Skell detachment, and transferred out of the Luftwell? But then the government called for urgent Skell development, ran out of test pilots, and so I fell into my new line of work. I got sent to Granada in a hurry, where the first Skell I got to test was one that Alicia had designed. That was our humble beginning, and the rest is history. I've heard that before coming to Granada, Leash was working in weapon dev for the Indian government. But once Project Exodus went public, she decided she wanted to work for all of humanity. Big step up, right? That was about the time I joined Granada as well. The actual meeting was pretty much just chance. Ever since then, Leash and I have been joined at the hip. And sure, it's been a bumpy road, but I've enjoyed every mile. And it looks like we can keep going. Alicia matters so much to me, and just so you know, you do too. It's not morning. Can do Gwen.
Listen.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of these, considering how maxed out I am on some of them.
Leon.
Evening, Isaac. It's rare to see you this late at night. Whoa, easy. No need for the seedy air quotes. We're just taking a break between some really rough missions is all. We just like to get together here and talk when we both have a night off. Actually, we were just reminiscing about our childhood dreams. Matthias wanted to be a race car driver. Still does, in fact. He's even looking to buy a sports car just so he can speed around New LA. I told him if he'd quit the mediators and join one of the divisions that leaves the city, he could go four-wheeling around the plains. But he said it's not the rally car type. It's gotta be a sports car or nothing. So what did you want to be when you were a kid, Isaac? Me? To be honest, I couldn't see anything beyond the here and now when I was a kid. I had all sorts of hobbies and stuff, but never really had a strong desire to, be anything. But when I met Leon, that's Lieutenant Arena's brother, he inspired me to start making goals for the future. Don't know that I'd call any of them dreams, though. Oh, Dreamweaver.
Just between us.
I'm guessing the new characters only get so few heart-to-hearts.
I can help.
I've got an emergency. I need your honest opinion, alright? Here's the situation. Leash had some earth-grown tea leaves squirreled away, which I kinda mistook for coffee. That's my mistake, and I copped to it. But when I told her I put them through the percolator, she nearly tore my head off. That concludes the summary. Now, be honest. Am I the asshole? I mean, it probably was an accident. Right? She was out of line. For starters, if you put tea leaves next to the coffee machine, it's just asking for trouble. Anyone could have mixed them up. It's not as if the tea ended up tasting any different anyway. I don't see what the big deal was. I tried to explain all that to her, but it only made her even more angry. I guess it was already too late to calm her down. Still, I have to find some way to mollify her, and fast. Sorry about the barrage of questions, but do you know any foolproof means of achieving some form of absolution? Prostrate myself? Like putting my head on the floor and everything? I've only seen samurai do that in movies. I can't do something like that. It's humiliating. Or wait, I guess that's the whole point, isn't it? I'll do it. I'll spend weeks on the floor, if it means that Leash will forgive me. Gwen, we have a dog. Need a cat. Same here. We might hold off on doing some of these. No, let's rip the band-aid off. Gotta do them now. Oh, right. The other one.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, Isaac, how's it going? I was just petting that dog of yours. What an adorable little pup. It really brightened my day. Yeah, I know it's a different breed, but it reminds me of this Yorkshire Terrier that lived in my neighborhood back on Earth. I'm so jealous of that little guy. Huh. Yeah, the wife of the family that owned the dog was actually a total knockout. We were really wealthy, but nice too. They never rubbed it in anyone's face. But no, that wasn't what I was jealous of. I was jealous of the way they treated that dog like a member of the family. It's better than the way a lot of actual people are treated. The whole family took it for walks every day, they ate together, they watched TV together. They were pretty much in step. Whew. Meanwhile, both my parents were so busy that I barely saw them at all. I spent most of my days alone, or maybe with friends. But now I have a little more perspective. Compared to Irina, I came from a happy family. I mean, I liked my parents, you know? That's why I wanted to spend more time with them. When I grew older and got a dog of my own, I felt a lot less lonely all the time, but anyway, yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to get all mopey on you. I just wanted to say that you have a really cute dog. Man, wouldn't it be great if all the Indigents here on Mira were cute dogs instead of big slobbery monsters? Now I'll never get that image out of my head. Next. Talk to Elle. Oh, hey, this door's open now.
Oh!
What a pleasing coincidence to see you here, Isaac. Or perhaps it is destiny? After enjoying some idle chit-chat with Mr. Nagi, we were attempting to play a little word game that he taught to us. It is a game played by many Earth cultures called Shiratore, Word Chain, and Antatsari, among other names. The rules are simple. Choose a word that begins with the final sound of the previous word, yet our attempts to play have all ended in failure. We are most grateful. Then if we may be so bold, would you choose a word from which to start the game? So we need a word that begins with an I sound. L sound? How about Lifehold? It's strange how we don't seem to have any problem playing this game with you, but we were so unsuccessful with playing with others. We do not believe that was the issue. The Monanon and Nopon with whom we played were quite confident that they understood the rules completely. And yet, Oh, of course! How could we have missed it? The answer is oblivious! Each of the players in the game was speaking an entirely different language. We were speaking English, the Nopon were speaking Nopon, and the Monon were speaking Nopon. Monon. Somehow, we are able to communicate, but of course the sounds that formed our words would have differed from language to language. How could we have failed to notice that? We must attain a sufficient level of fluency in the Monon language to play word games properly. It's settling then. If you'll excuse us, we have a great deal of studying to do. Yeah, this half is open. And yet there's nothing here at the moment. Oh, these are sleeping pods, I think.
You're humans.
What?
Okay, good. HP in the morning. Hope in the morning. Everyone in the morning. Oh, we still need a cat! Oh, but we can talk to Bose. Cool. I've just had a revelation while looking at this dog. Will you hear me out? Despite the valiant efforts of the Interceptors Division, indigents remain as persistent a threat as ever. The gates of New LA have stood strong so far, but they are no means impregnable. You know the dog guardian statues of the East? I think we should install one on either side of the gates, thereby warding off beasts with the Buddha's power. What? The statues are mere superstition, you say? And they aren't even dogs, but lions? Lions, I see. Well, I suppose placing lions at defensively significant locations is equally inspired. Truly, the mysticism of the East is beyond compare. I thank you for your correction, and bow to your extensive knowledge of the subject. I am always looking for ways to harness the power of the Buddha to New LA's benefit. Sadly, I haven't yet found a good way of doing so. Perhaps this sort of thing is not my forte. Ah, but it might be yours. Well then, how can we illuminate this city with the light and love of the Buddha?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ow. Just now, as the light cast a halo behind you, I saw a vision of the Buddha upon your face. But of course, that's my answer. The Buddha's path is not about physical things, it's about finding enlightenment within each of us. What a fool I've been. We've never needed such things as lions and dogs and statues. Oh my. Thank you. I will remember this teaching of the Buddha forever, and use it to protect New LA by pulverizing all who would stand against us. And I'll be counting on you to watch over me with that uncanny Buddha-like gaze. That'll be the next chapter. Seven. A bunch of things we can do in chapter 7. This will be 8. That's a long while. Ooh, 11. Oh, let's go here. I think they're outside. Oh hey, what's this? Click, click, clop. Do you hear that? The footsteps? Is that death creeping up behind you? Or are they your own steps as you descend the gallows? Either way, each step brings you closer to your own end. The end begins! Good morning, good morning. Patience, friend, patience. You wouldn't want to miss the blood lobster's helpful hint, would you? You might just die for it. But first, a game. Do you see that toy in front of you? Pick it up and throw it as far as you can. Hurry now. And if you don't, boom! Yeah! It's true, it's true. Listen to its hearts if you don't believe me. Click, click, clop. Do you hear that? The footsteps? Ooh, yeah, I heard that one before. Yeet! I am the Blood Lobster, Grim Reaper of New LA. You owe your life to me. Humans, Xenos, none of it matters. This rotten Ark and everyone on it will end in a wall of fire and pain. No one gets out alive. Do you hear those little heartbeats? I left 100 of these adorable little presents all around the city. And you're the only one who knows. But if you tell another soul, boom! Uh-oh, I hear Death's footsteps getting closer. I'd start running if you helped to beat me to the bang. The blood lobsters have planted explosives around New LA. Retrieve the cuddly toys that hide bombs. Level 60. That's gonna take a long time. As long as you're you, Isaac, the countdown will not stop. Now run. Run and suffer. Dance to the mad tune of your own exorable failure. Yeah, ha, 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 ha. We can just take our own time. I almost forgot to mention something important. I left some of my feisty little babies in places that can only be reached with a Skell. If you don't have one yet, it's time to pull up those grown-up pants and get clearance from that idiot commander of yours. That's all for now. The next thing you hear from me will be BOOM! Yeah! Don't keep my little babies waiting. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Weirdo. Oh look, we can actually see them. Anyway, where's Bose? This one is HB. HB Lovecraft. But this is... Isaac, what are you doing here? Oh, damn it all. I can't believe you discovered my secret training regimen. I worked so hard to conceal it from my rivals. But I suppose there's nothing to be done about it now. So go ahead, make it your own, steal all my ideas. I will find a new and better way to stay ahead of you. But while we're on the subject, what do you consider to be the secret to success? How charmingly naive. Oh, certainly, such spirit can be a virtue. But do you truly consider mindlessly throwing yourself at the same insurmountable challenge over and over again to be a true path to success? Let us be realistic. You and I, honing on skills is the way to increase the odds of success, not some kind of intangible luck or grit or what have you. That is why I developed my training regimen. I do not see New LA as a place for rest and relaxation, but rather as a forge upon which to temper my skills. After all, it seems that my rival is honing his skills in his... Therefore, I must work all the harder to compensate. And now that I have spilled forth my secret, tell me, what is yours? I see. By completing a wide variety of assignments, you have gathered valuable experience. I certainly haven't forgotten how effortlessly you completed the mission that I pushed upon you when we first met. Perhaps I merely need more experience to bring out the strength that lies within me. Your advice is appreciated. It seems I have outgrown my own training regimen. From now on, I will accept more missions in order to keep pace with my rival. I will begin by engaging in 10 assignments simultaneously, then work my way up from there. Farewell for now. Why are you all hiding out in places you shouldn't be? Hello, Isaac. I've just been straightening out a ne'er-do-well. He performs no useful function for New LA, yet complains about his lot in life constantly. Therefore, I took it upon myself to set him straight. At the end of my lecture, the young hoodlum attempted to tackle me. I was pleased to see he still had some spirit, but the follow-through was quite lacking. If he continues to scorn the duties that have been assigned to him, then something must be done. I'm considering taking him outside the city on a blade assignment that demonstrates the life or death stakes we're dealing with. What do you think? At the very least, it should give him a renewed appreciation for what it means to live within the high walls of New LA. I thought you might like it. A man must know himself before he can find meaning in his life. There are many ways a New LA citizen can contribute without setting foot outside on the field of battle. It's all about spirit. If you can find a way to get through to him, I believe he can change. So then, what would you consider to be an appropriate first assignment for this delinquent? Bah, you coddled the man. How could one... You liked it, though! How could one who knows no order of his own possibly maintain it for others? I think I'll give him an interceptor job instead. The experience of risking his life should illuminate all sorts of truths to him. Well, I'm gonna bring him to the maintenance center. If the good doctor's able to patch him up, he'll begin his blade assignment at once. I cannot wait to meet the man he's about to become. Oh, we can get Fog done in a moment. Not Fog, HB. Oh, Isaac? I can't believe I let you see me like this. You of all people. This is so humiliating. I was just performing my secret training regimen when this dog happened by. But this is the first time I've ever stopped to pet a dog, I swear. What? This animal belongs to you? Well, it all makes sense now. That explains why it would appear just in time to interrupt my training regimen. They say that dogs resemble their owners. Now I see just how true that is. Nevertheless, I feel I must discuss a comment I made when we last spoke. Before, I said that I do not see New LA as a place for rest and relaxation, but instead as a forge upon which to temper my skills. I may have been mistaken. I realized that just now, as I was petting this dog. While I'm in New LA, pursuing my secret training regimen is, of course, incredibly important. But reminding myself of our struggle's ultimate point is also important, perhaps even more so. Otherwise, no matter how strong my sense of purpose, I could lose sight of what I'm fighting for. Our goal as Blades is not just to fight for this world, but to live in happiness upon it. Yes, I am truly grateful that I met this dog. And to a lesser extent, you. Yay, he likes me! I was gonna say, can we go inside? Where is he? Where is it? Let me get in! Let me in! Let me in! It's morning. How do I get in? I'm gonna have to use Skells to climb. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. PD. How the hell did you get in there? Carefully. Got it. Seriously, how did you get up here? Is that you, Isaac? I did not expected to encounter you here. When I'm not on duty, I come here to meditate. I set my entire being to the goal of finding wisdom, but such a thing is not so easily attained. I'll take that question to mean, how did you end up becoming so strangely pious? My religious journey began many decades ago, on my first mission as a platoon leader in Asia. Led astray by bad intel, my platoon was isolated in the jungle and eventually overrun. A girl from a nearby village found me at the brink of death and saved my life. And there, I learned the most wonderful lesson. 1 hour later. It began with learning how to make a basic rice porridge. It's a simple but powerful food, and one with the power to change lives. It certainly returned me to life. But what happened after that, you ask? 2 hours later. On the 22nd day after my platoon was ambushed, they came for me. Just as I finished saying my farewells and the helicopter lifted into the air, it was hit by a rocket. 3 hours later. Can you move it along? I'm running out of time cards. And so it wasn't until the 49th day that I was finally reunited with the army. And after that... 24 hours later! And that's how I came to be here. Admittedly, I omitted several decades there, but I believe I was able to convey the gist of it. If you'd like to know more, come speak with me again. Next time I'll fill in a few of the blanks. I swear I shall await you, O seeker of knowledge. Well then. Let's go to Hope.
Guess what?
Small world, huh?
Good morning, Isaac. To think I'd run into you here of all places. I've actually just completed a mission. Oh, it was fine, thank you. It wasn't a very challenging task at all. I performed guard duty for someone doing early morning maintenance on the outer wall. Fortunately, we didn't encounter any indigents, and the work was completed without incident. I just stood there like a scarecrow the whole time, so I didn't even accept the reward. Once I earned enough money to cover the next month's expenses, I declined additional rewards. Previously, I would only save an amount equal to a week's expenses, but Ornella convinced me to save more in case of emergencies. I pursue missions to help others, not for material gain. And for that reason, I prefer to refuse rewards whenever possible. Thank you for saying so. Honestly, I haven't met many people who approve of my stance on the matter. While it hasn't caused me to waver in my beliefs, it's always encouraging to have someone's support. As a gardener, I've always been fond of this quote. Money is like manure. It does no good unless you spread it around. And extra money just stinks. That's not exactly part of the quote, but I think the spirit is there at least. Money can do wonderful things to help people, but only if you let it find its way to those who need it. I'd encourage you to try doing a mission without accepting the reward. Needless to say, I'd be honored to be on your team when that happens. I mean, not wrong. I see your point, but you should at least find some time for yourself, especially if they insist. Because things are tough. You could use all the help you could get.
Hey, listen.
Are you kidding?
Oh. Oh no!
Didn't think I'd see you
Fancy
here.
meeting you here, Isaac. As you can see, I was just having my gun serviced. I've been working with her since we were back on Earth. She knows exactly what I want and always tunes it to perfection. How about you, Isaac? How do you keep your weapons maintained? Whatever? Wow, you must like living on the edge. But you don't understand that if you don't keep your equipment optimized at all times, something is certain to go horribly, horribly wrong. Armor is one thing, that just hurts you if it fails, but weapons protect the lives of friends and comrades. And if you value them, you need to do everything possible to protect them. Although if I had to guess, I'd say that Lynn probably cleans and maintains your weapon while you sleep. That girl's always looking out for her friends. Meanwhile, you're so careless when you haven't even noticed. Have you heard of a man named Mondo, by the way? You guys must have met then. Give Mondo a gun you want serviced, and he'll do better than any mechanic in New LA. Gwyn was so impressed, he actually asked to be Mondo's apprentice. So lately, whenever Gwyn has a free moment, he disassembles his weapon and gets to work. I'm sure it's great practice, but, well, it's starting to get weird. Like, when he's done, he always spends a few moments stroking it with the tips of his fingers. And then, I kid you not, he licks it! It's maybe the most revolting thing I've ever seen. So next time you run into Gwyn, tell him not to be such a creepo, alright? Gwyn, you need to talk.
You came to visit me?
Oh, hello, Isaac. I was just petting this cute dog. He was rubbing up against my legs and snuffling. I think he really likes me. You're too kind. Petting a dog like this makes me feel like we're back on Earth. New LA is making progress, but it still doesn't quite feel like we're living the way we used to. Having pets around is a good first step for certain. But what else do you think New LA needs to feel like Earth again? Cats. What a wonderful idea! New LA doesn't really have any cultural institutions yet. A taste of film culture would definitely make New LA feel a little more like Earth. And I know everyone would be excited about it. I'd really like to see that happen. But I'm not aware of any film directors in Blade. I suppose we'd have to start back at square one. And hope is maxed out.
Hey, look who's here.
Hey, Isaac. My Skell took a pretty serious beating during my last Interceptor mission, and now I gotta sit here and pretend to listen while this mechanic lectures me about it. That's the way we fight, though. We don't plan for things to go off the rails like that. They just do. When you need to protect someone or acquire something important, there isn't always time for finesse. I'm just doing what needs to be done to complete the mission. I'd never forget myself if someone got hurt because I was sitting back and calculating the most efficient way to kill a dangerous enemy. I can't imagine you've come this far without being in the same situation yourself. I imagine everyone's had that experience at least once. I'm no exception, even though it was a long time ago. That's when I decided I never wanted to feel that way again. Sure, I've had moments of indecision, but that's when I just summon my courage and take action. Even when it looks helpless, I remind myself that I'm doing it for the team, and my courage never wavers. No one will ever die again because I faltered. Ah well, I suppose we should cut this short, huh? I'm supposed to be getting chewed out here. I'm looking forward to our next mission together. I need your support for my reckless ways. Ha! let's check mission control. If there's a cat mission, we'll do that first. Otherwise, turn in Maranium. Or not.
Hey.
I'm hoping there's a cat mission after this chapter, because you'd think we would have gotten one by now. Oh well, let's just get to the main mission. Hey, Rena's here.
Hey. Be careful out there.
So Alma, you get in here. I mean, Lynn. Alright, here we go. Can't bring Irina or Gwen. Everyone else. Complete close comrades, which we've done. Chapter 7, Treachery.
What should I whip up today?
Only 3 of these left. Well, gotta go with the pot pie.
That is a great idea.
Lindley, what is Lindley making?
Today is one of my specialties, pot pie.
Pie? Did Tatsu ever tell Lindley pie is his favorite? Tatsu will even help Lindley make it.
Great. Why don't you flatten out that crust?
Tatsu will jump to it. How big does Lindley want crust to be?
Oh, just big enough to cover you completely.
How many times Tatsu need to know, Lindley? Tatsu is here to serve, not be served.
Oh, right. That does sound familiar.
Lindley always say that too. Lindley say that every time.
Time to eat, everyone.
Who's here this time?
What? Irina's team is calling for reinforcements?
Afraid so.
So what's the situation?
Turns out we found a piece of the life hold out in Oblivia. Those guys are after it.
What? We found a lifehold unit? That's great.
It's also news to us.
Unfortunately, it's not the core, but it's in primo condition, and every piece counts. Irina's team just happened to draw the job.
So, what happened? Trouble?
Trouble. Seems our ganglion pals have a base right near there.
I see. And their soldiers have come between Irina's crew and the lifehold, is that it?
Bingo. That's why we need to move quickly.
There's no time to lose. We'll leave immediately. Send us the mission data on Frontier Nav.
I've already got it here. I'll send it to everyone's comm devices.
Good luck.
Alright. Oblivia. 27.
Just be careful. The clock's still ticking. We can't afford to lose our best people.
Yeah, 27%. That's not good. Alright. It's over there. We can work here. Whoa!
Bring it, then bring it. We should weaken them just to be safe. We're just getting started.
Keep them going!
I'll show them what they're up
Fire
against.
horde!
Get in your skells, you fools!
Yeah, you're on top of this now. That intense. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Overwhelmed! Skell's not cutting it. I'm getting out, porting my Skell.
Assault hammer!
Not bad.
Let's
Now,
go!
don't let up. Gut. Take
Side
this.
and nice. Move in and do some
Decoy
damage.
Gut. Take this.
Upper hand.
Take it in close.
Gut. Take this.
Well,
Victory achieved.
Phew. Good riddance. It didn't have to be like this.
No, I'm not playing with you. Get stuff going on.
I'm going after it. You three, cover me.
But that's suicide.
We need that light bulb unit, no matter what the cost.
Then let me take point.
Negative.
Lieutenant!
Irina, we're here to help.
Colonel!
We'll keep the hostiles busy. You look for an opening and secure the lifehold unit.
Yes, ma'am.
oh, they've seen us. We should weaken them just to be safe. Buffing us.
Put him in a bad place.
Now, melee attack.
Firing all
One
round.
blow to end it all.
Lay down and cover fire.
Target in sight.
Enhance the field deployed. Now you'll learn what a skeleton did. Locked on to target. Firing. Enhance the field deployed. Now you'll learn what a skeleton
Feeling
did.
good. I can do this.
Now, melee attack.
Gut.
Hostile neutralized. Great combat. That will dent him. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
I'll show them what they're up against.
Firing missile.
Field.
Have this.
Not again.
Yes.
Target
Got
locked.
it.
You're
Melee
mine.
attack.
You wish.
Buffing us.
That was easy.
I'm not picking up any more hostiles.
Friends get all of them? Tatsu not even break a sweat.
Right? There were so many of them.
But they barely put up a fight. Could this have been a diversion? We need to catch up with Irina's team before it's too late. Let's move.
Gwen!
Whoa, that was fast. And you were so outnumbered and everything.
Nothing can stop Team Tatsu. Tatsu eat baddies like them for breakfast.
Says tomorrow's breakfast.
Colonel? Ma'am? Well done out there.
Likewise. Now what happened to Irina and Marcus? Where are they?
They're up checking on the life hold unit.
And you've had no sign of hostiles?
No, dead quiet.
Okay. It just felt so much like a trap! Irina! Marcus! Run! Marcus!
Right.
Oh, what a shame. You didn't fall for my little surprise.
That voice. The woman from Noctilum?
I knew they had to be holding back their big guns for something. Here it is.
Well, aren't you the clever one? What you just saw was only a prelude, an amusement, if you will.
Blowing up our life hold amuses you?
Well, perhaps amusement is not quite. More like a deep satisfaction. Like curing an illness, or scrubbing an ugly stain clean. The stain of humanity.
Of course, the true pleasure will come from watching your real bodies burn. Not that I won't enjoy trashing these crude puppets of yours. It'll certainly be enough to tide me over for the time being. Till the real fun begins.
Then they know about the life hold and Vims.
You primate. We know all about your kind. Your fool's errand to gather these trinkets. Your race against time.
Human extinction is inevitable.
I could simply wait for the clock to run out, but where's the fun in that? I much prefer to see the looks on your faces.
How your features melt in fear as you twist in agony.
That's enough, you Samarian witch! Enough of your talk. Enough of the pain you've caused the universe. The only agony would be suffering you any longer.
Oh, please. What would a mere human know of our history?
She is mine. Irina, your team has the others. Right.
And this is why Skells are important.
We should reconnect you.
This'll put him in a bad place.
Among dog.
Now you'll learn what a Skell can do.
I will
Hit him again for me.
I'll show him what they're up against.
This is it.
Maximum overdrive. No sense in overdrive. We're gonna win.
Almonds are losing power. Wait, I wasn't wrong. Was I?
We're way too powered. Overpowered.
I just... Why would these aliens be this determined to destroy us?
Honestly, if I had to venture a guess, I'd say they're afraid. They fear humans. They feel threatened.
We threatened them? We didn't blow up their planet. We didn't hunt them halfway across the galaxy to wipe out their whole goddamn species!
Lieutenant.
I'm sorry, just brings back a lot of emotions. I'll be fine. Let's go.
If you say so.
Colonel, with your permission, my team will report back to the city. I can't thank you enough for your support.
What was that about?
Irina had a younger brother. He was best friends with Gwyn, actually. But he didn't make it onto the White Whale. We lost him when we lost Earth. Everyone's got a story like that. Not that it makes it any easier.
Alright.
Listen.
Commander, we located the lifehold, but...
Yeah, Irina already briefed me. I'm just glad you all got back here safe and sound.
Wish we could say the same for that archive unit. Another swath of Earth's legacy. It's irreplaceable.
Yeah, well, so are all of you. So cheer up, huh? Come on, let's get you guys fed. Dinner is on me this time.
Okay, this is weird.
very weird.
Tatsu is suspicious.
What, a commander can't treat his troops?
If you're trying to thank us for this job, there's really no need. This time it was Irina's team. Next time it could be my team. Any blade would do the same for us.
Okay, fair enough.
Besides, Lindley cooks best.
Hey, thanks, Tatsu. Just for that, I'll make you some dessert today.
There you go.
The Spud's right. No one cooks like Lynn.
Thanks, Commander. If you wanted to join us, maybe I could...
Great. Let's eat.
He just wanted to get in on food. That was a relatively short chapter, all things considered.
Another step closer to my dream.
Alright, what opened up? I mean, besides the... Emotion, commotion... Alienation... Professor B's return! Oh snap! The journey begins. Special delivery! Do we have a cat mission?
Hey!
I mean, those we know where they are. I'm probably gonna have to do them off screen or something. Wow. No one knew this time. How do I still not have uranium?
One, two, three, four.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, I forgot we had one. You know, Tatsu, Lin cooks off that table. Anyway, let's do some more heart-to-hearts. I'm not feeling up for doing anything else, so we're just gonna take it easy. We'll do some... yeah. It is hot over here.
Listen.
What's he doing there? What am I doing? I'm playing with this cat. I figured that was kind of obvious. Hey, do I not seem like the animal-loving type to you? Believe it or not, I have a pet Siamese on Earth. On my days off, she would crawl onto my lap and let me stroke her chin while I enjoyed a good book. Petting cats always reminds me of life on Earth. What about you? Does interacting with pets remind you of anything? Your face lights up when you talk about pets. Such a powerful reaction to a lost memory. I wonder if that means it's actually a returning memory. Do you think pets could serve as a trigger to recovering your other lost memories? Mind if I ask you another question, just as a matter of personal curiosity? What animal do you think makes the best pet? Then we have that in common, huh? Their capricious nature makes them seem like the quintessential Earth creatures. I like that about them. That Siamese I told you about? She had her good days, but when she was in a foul mood, she would scratch up everything I owned. At times like that, I think she was more dangerous than any of Mira's indigents. But that's part of the reason I loved her so much. Sorry, I intended to help you recover a lost memory, but just ended up spiraling down my own rabbit hole. Well, I enjoyed our conversation all the same. Let's chat like this again sometime, alright? Oh, Isaac. Hello. Me? No, not at all. Actually, I despise the wretched creatures. But they started it. They're always cruel to me. For example, if I were to turn my gaze from this one for even a moment, I know it would leap at me and slash my face repeatedly with its evil, evil claws. Back on Earth, the common house cat, or Felis cactus, was ever a nemesis of mine. I'd hoped things would be different here. After all, the Manon and Nopon have different languages, but for some reason we all understand each other. So with that in mind, I was trying to establish a form of meaningful communication with the local cats. It doesn't really seem to be working out, however. Why do you think cats and I aren't capable of understanding each other? I suppose that's a possibility. I certainly haven't concluded my experiment on all of the cats here in Myra. One day I may indeed meet a cat who has no interest in using my face for a scratching post. I will hold that hope in my heart throughout my remaining years on this planet. Give it a while, maybe that'll change. A fine day to you, my friend. Look at the way this cat is staring at us with such expectant eyes. Perhaps it is aware that it has reached its peak of quality and is eager to be cooked and eaten? We wondered why no one else has beaten us to it. Is it forbidden to eat cats? Categorically? We mean no disrespect, but this human custom strikes us as peculiar. After all, you eat birds, do you not? Of course, we understand why you would refrain from eating Nopon as the prone do. The Nopon are beings that are capable of communicating with us. But neither cats nor chickens can speak. So then, what means do you use to determine which are food and which are not? How interesting. So even within humanity, different cultures create different rules. It's all so terribly vague and difficult for us xenoforms to understand. Perhaps that is typical of humanity? Well, different strikes for different blokes, as you say. This diversity seems to be one of humanity's defining features. For example, our inventions occasionally have minor defects that may lead to suboptimal user experiences, such as electrocution or severe burns. When we upset a Manon, we give the complainant a pizza and all's forgiven. But humans are seldom mollified by cheese-covered dough discs. Instead, we must listen to each human's grievances and respond individually. It's quite tiresome. But ultimately, humanity is stronger for such diversity. It's what gives you such limitless potential. We would like to learn more about humanity, to witness the breadth of your potential firsthand. Perhaps rearing a cat would give us some valuable insight into this matter. As you humans say, he who hesitates is a loser. We will speak to Defense Secretary Nagi and ask him to requisition a cat for us immediately. Good luck to that! Okay, the heat's getting to me. I'm gonna have to call this short. We did at least get a chapter done, so that's all that matters. So, thank you for watching. See you next week for more Pokemon.